First of all, let me say thank you to the organizer for this great opportunity to stay here and to present our experience. Also because this beautiful location. My name is Enrico Spinello. I'm Lieutenant Colonel of Italian Army, and I'm serving at Education and Training Command and School of Applied Military Studies in Turin, where my current position is a university section chief for university and external relations. And I'm here with my colleague.
Good morning, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Torbidone Gianluca, and my current position is in the core data processing in the school, in the learning department. I teach computer science and I manage the virtual learning environment of the school.
So together we are going to talk about our experience, and before entering in the topics, let me say a couple of words about my institute, which is responsible for providing basic and advanced education and training for Army officers. At basic level, we organize courses based on a 3 years bachelor degree and 2 years master degree in strategic sciences, together with the University of Torino. And we have also technical engineer courses provided together with Politecnico of Torino. We have also other courses for all officers who join the Army. And as advanced courses, I would like to mention the Army Staff course, which is one of the most important courses in the Army. It is organized in a blended way. We have an e-learning phase and a residential phase. So a little bit of history. Our school was founded in 1739. So we are considered one of the most ancient institutes for military education in Europe. We changed configuration and names through the years, and we achieved the last configuration in 2013, which is the current one. As you can see in the slide, I put two pictures. One of the most famous scientists and mathematicians, Lagrange, who was one of our teachers before started to travel within Europe. So it's a pleasure to say this in this room, because he was also a member of this Academy of Sciences. And on the other side, you can see the picture of the most famous Prime Minister, Cavour, who was one of our students. And before joining the politics, he achieved the rank of lieutenant in the engineer and fortification branch. At the current position is the combat engineer. So it's a pleasure to say these things in this room. We also are in charge for our dependent units and schools. Here in Torino, we have our headquarters. We have the School of Applied Studies, Military Studies, and we have the Post-Conflict Operations Study Center, which is more interested in the post-conflict operations and deals courses on stabilization and reconstruction for national and international students. Within Italy, we have the Military Academy, which is located in Modena, which organizes courses with the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. Our students spend 2 years in that location with the status of cadets before coming to Torino, where they received the rank of second lieutenant. We have also 2 high schools. One is located in Milano, called Tullier, and the other one, Nunziatella, in Naples. We have an NCO school in Viterbo, which organizes courses for NCOs together with the University of Tuscia. And we have also a foreign language courses school in Perugia. About the cooperation with the University of Turin, the cooperation is very ancient, but in 1988 we started to organize, design special courses in bachelor and master degree in strategic sciences. These courses are opened also to civilian. And, but in this slide I want to highlight the cooperation in the learning, because we will talk about later on. In order to achieve our goal, that is to prepare our officer as a professional able to operate and take part in operation and mission in a national and international context, we designed together with the University of Torino 5 different curricula in accordance with different learning needs, such as political science and management for infantry, cavalry, and artillery officers, and infrastructural system for a combat engineer, communication for singular corps, logistics, and economics. In this slide, you can see some key features that we consider important for our courses that are based on multidisciplinary education. We have professors and teachers coming from several departments from the University of Torino and also from Polytechnic, and together with the military teachers, of course. We try to balance military and academic subjects because it's important to have both in our preparation. And also important are trainship. In this world, we consider all other activities, such as non-academic military education, military training, physical training, and all the external exercises. And we are trying to develop also transverse competencies and soft skills, such as problem solving, cooperative and collaborative learning, and team working. These courses are designed in lifelong learning perspective. And since some years ago, we started to implement some internationalization programs. So the digital skills are naturally so important. You understand that digital skills are so important that will be more important through next years. For this reason, European Union Commission launched in 2016 the initiative, the Digital Skills and Job Coalition, in order to implement through the European Qualification Framework more competencies and skills in this area. So it's something that is mandatory for all European member states in order to implement these skills for all European citizens. So the question is, how to increase these digital skills in our courses. We defined 4 different lines of operations. The first one is increasing the STEM through the courses, especially for mathematics and informatics. Adopting new teaching technologies and new methodologies, because a virtual learning environment is something that is considered a winning tool in order to implement all these things. And also learning by doing. We started some years ago in order to implement some applications of an advanced computing environment in curricular topics. And we also give the opportunity to a percentage of our students, 10%, 15% per year, in order to discuss their thesis by using an ACE in some case studies and also for military applications. As I told you before, it's important to have a virtual learning environment. So in 2015, we started an intensive learning program to implement this in our courses in cooperation with the University of Torino in order to enhance the quality of our didactics, to support regular lessons, and to prepare distance learning courses, and also for implementing more internationalization programs. As you can see in the slide, you can see the picture of 2 different platforms. Both the military and the Swiss platform are based on a Moodle platform, and they are fully connected. It means that for a student, when he log in into a platform, he or she can find the contents wherever they are, so without thinking to going out and enter again. And of course, these contents are available in accordance to the specific program that he has to learn. We use also this learning system in order to receive international students when they come from abroad, especially within the European Union and since last year also from the United States.
Yeah. In our course, we adopt a virtual learning environment based on Moodle, integrated with the advanced computer environment based on the Maple, an automatic assessment system based on Maple TA, a web conference system to provide a virtual room, and other tools like authoring tools for empowering teachers to build their lessons. On the right, there is an example of a math course where each square is a topic, and below there is the structure in Moodle. Inside that, there is a module for the automatic evaluation with MapleTA. There are two wrong questions, like an example, where there are the answer of the student, the wrong answer, highlighted in yellow, and the right one in green. It's important to notice that this provided a comment to suggest to the student the reason of the mistake. As you know, math students do numerical and symbolic calculus, geometrical visualization 2D and 3D, and etc. But the most stimulating thing is that the teacher can focus on new strategies to get the solution and verify the quality of the answer while relying on computer for education, for calculation. These two pictures show students during laboratory lesson using ACE. Okay, this is an example of a real problem. We need to find the shortest path to cross the mountain. And it's very important for some of us, like mountain troop. I'm a signal officer for the mountain troop. This slide shows 3 columns where the student can work to solve the problem. In the first, the student works at the geometric view of the problem. The second shows the picture of the mountain, and the student can manage the curve directly on it. And in the third, students discover math knowledge useful to solve the problem, see the level curves, he can draw on it and print. The important thing is that all inside the same worksheet. This is an example of automatic evaluation for checking the student about the math user relative to the problem. Here it is possible to provide targeted questions for measuring knowledge of math in an interactive manner. And finally, this is the dynamic exploration of general concepts. It's very useful to generalize the problem to use the same math method to solve the same kind of problem. The picture is an interactive image that shows the curve based on the left diagram. Furthermore, we use the virtual learning environment like Moodle to conduct practical exercise for postgraduate training of captain officers during their staff course in our school. These are the brigade simulation, where 300 officers worked together to solve strategic and operational problems, using near real-time tools like for command and control system. Also in this case, we use the automatic assessment system to dispense questions.
So, for the conclusion, we are fully convinced that by implementing new technologies and methodologies, we are able to allow to enhance internationalization program, as we are part of the European Security and Defense College as a partner, and also developing qualifying competencies for our officers in order to be able to operate in new scenario, also the cyber domain. And as you know, an officer is first of all a commander of soldiers, is a manager of resources, is a specialist, is a leader. So the main idea is also to enhance the possibility for them to become a leader in next future. So it means leader in a digital domain that will be more important in next future. Let's conclude our presentation.